No, it's cool, man. It's cool, man. You guys go ahead, man. I'll catch up, man. I'm here jamming my guitar, man. I just got back from the gym, man. I was working out in front of the ladies, man. You know, I'm taking supplements, man. I was working out, man. They call me the Ram Man. I'm like Ram Man. I'm Ram Man, man. Get you, man. Hey, man. It's cool, man. You guys go ahead, man. I'll catch up, man. Can't mess with the Ram, man. The ladies, man, I got supplements, man. I'm working out, man. Hey, man, I'm just kidding around. That's just a caricature of one of my old bosses who used to joke around behind his back, man. I hope you enjoyed it. It's pretty close to the way it used to be, man. But I don't think he really acted like that. He used to make fun of me, too. It's all good, man. It's all good. I got a neck now. He's probably still walking around like this, man. Hey, man, I took a supplement, man, and my neck grew 35 centimeters yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what's happening. Hope I never need you as a reference after you've seen this video. So anyway, we're gonna have a twofer, man. So I had some incredible luck a couple Fridays ago, man. Now, first of all, see this guitar back here? That's what the twofer's all about. That's a Harmony 802 from like 1977. That's gonna be next week. The only thing these two guitars have in common is they're pretty much the same color. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a Blueburst. We're going to talk about this guy this week, though, man. This is a Bridgecraft USA. Now, I had just, on this Friday in question, earlier on that week, debuted an episode of the very Guitkit show you're watching about me picking a garbage can after I dropped my daughter off from school and finding a guitar. I was walking along my business like this. I seen a garbage can, had a guitar in it, man. Blew my mind. So that was the episode that came out that week. There's no stigma about it, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking back to my, car. There's a Friday. It was the first Friday, first garbage day since that episode premiered, man. It's a Friday, so I'm going, a little swagger, man, walking back like this. Friday. All right, swagger going, man. It's Friday. I'm happy, man. I see a garbage can right in front of my car when I'm parked. What do I see inside that garbage can? This beautiful guitar, man. And the funny thing is, man, is I just talked about it in an episode I think I was filming or I'd filmed where I needed to find this guitar because I was looking for this bridge for a Harmony. I believe it was a Harmony with a picture like a naked lady painted on it. And I was looking for this and I finally found it. And it's the exact same guitar. This was the worst guitar that I've ever owned in my life. I bought it like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. I just sort of messed around with it over the years, you know what I mean? Frankenstein and now just said that it's never played right. It's a horrible, horrible instrument. And this guitar seems to be a quite fine instrument. It looks like there's been like a hillbilly neck reset. So this is hats off to Bridgecraft USA, probably made in China. You know what I mean? The blue one, man. Peace be with you, blue man. Ram man. Peace be with you, my brother, man. This is week one, man. We're gonna put this guy down the slab. Later on that day, I went to the flea market after I got this, and the luck just kept on coming. For $15, I scored that mid-70s Harmony 802, man. Is that incredible, man? Incredible, man. Both the same color on the same day. Blows my mind. And we're doing a Harmony. Oh my God, is this just uncanny? So I'm going to flip you around. We're going to look at these two instruments together, man. Together, man. We'll have a good time. You ready? Okay. Not much work to do. That's why my dialogue in the beginning was so long. Waste a little time. So here we are, man, with our little convoluted love triangle for this week, man. I keep talking about this 802, man. I keep mentioning it. I keep dangling it before your eyes, man. Next week, people, and then we'll delve into that one. So I keep also saying this is going to be a short episode. It's going to be a short episode. Hopefully this will be a short episode, man. You know what I'm saying? I just keep finding shit to talk about that's interesting. So let's get it all out, man. Let's get it out of the closet. Now, we talk about this guitar and the intro. this is it, man. This guitar is one of the worst guitars I've ever touched in my life, man. It is a horrible dog, man. It had a bridge just like this on it that was broken. It's like cracked right across here. And it was like falling off, and I fixed it real good with glue, and I glued it back on. It broke off. Then I scraped it off. I put this Harmony, bridge from like a 70s child guitar. It didn't work. But a tailpiece tried to use this as like it just has not worked ever. It's always been a horrible guitar. It's got a 0 fret. I hate 0 frets, man. So I stripped it of most of the good parts. You know what I mean? We lost it for a little while, but it's the same exact instrument. It's this instrument right here, man, which seems to have beautiful action. It seems to play really nice. Needs a string replaced, and you know what I mean? The only reason, we got to clean it off real good, and I want to mask off. It looks like somebody's done a very, 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 very home style neck reset. I want to, you know what I mean, paint that up. Just mask it out a little bit. Look real nice for the people. Other than that, man, we don't have really nothing to do, man. Just things to talk about, man. Bobby G, big talker, man. So who are these people, man? You know what I'm saying? Who is this Bridgecraft USA, man? Well, let's talk about who they are, man. Bridgecraft USA started in 1999. I believe the principal is a guy named Yusuf Abdi. I believe that's his name. And his wife, Mursal Abdi, I think, or somebody of that name. I don't know who else it is. They're the two principals at the top. And then the vice president is David Chow and Ava Chow. I guess that's another relation of Mr. Chow. They're at the vice president level. There was a guy, Bradley, I think his name was Bradley, like Weinholtz, who was like a TV actor on some Star Trek episode, I believe, who was involved in the marketing. And he took Bridgecraft USA to Nam in 2012, but I believe he went on to Musician's Friend and to Newegg, you know what I mean? And he changed his name to Brad Lee, as opposed to Bradley Weinholtz. His name now Bradley, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Hollywood does that to the brain, man. You know, especially if, you know what I mean, you have a very ethnic-sounding name. So let's talk about this guitar, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about how old it is, man. Well, the company started in 1999. They import everything from China. You can look on the internet for import records. It looks like it's all coming from the Longzhou import trading company out of Guangzhou, China. Looks like that's where all their imports are coming from. So when is this guitar, man? How old is it, man? You know what I mean? Do they still make it? I don't know. You know what I mean? But I think so. Yes. Though I got this out the trash can in front of my daughter's school. We already talked about that, man. Shame on me. But is it still around? Well, I just was doing research on this particular company, man, and I think this is one of the principals, you know what I mean, Facebook page. Hey, man, I'm a lurker, man. I'm a lurker. See this, man? It says, shared a memory. 1 year ago, memory. This was a shared memory. This week's special. Look, it's the exact same guitar, man. Same color even, man. It's the same color, man. So if I click on this little Facebook link, man, I don't want you guys to know, man, but I want you to see. You know what I'm saying, man? See that? It's the exact same instrument, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like you know what I mean, right from the top of the company, man. You see that, man? So they must have bought millions of these from our friends in Guangzhou, China, man. Still trying to push them during the pandemic. There it is, man. So it's still available, apparently. It's the special, man. You can get it with all the accoutrements. It says you just go to Bridgecraft USA. Just Google that, you know what I mean? Facebook or whatever. You can find that link I just showed you. You can buy this thing at a special deal, man. I'll see you in the laboratory, man. We'll have some more things to talk about, man. Right? A couple things to talk about. Clean this guy up. It's actually a beautiful instrument, this one, man. Another example of what I was saying. Like sometimes, you know what I mean, the exact same thing could be a piece of garbage. You know what I mean, in theory. And the next one down the line is actually special, man. You know, this was terrible. And this one seems to be a very nice guitar. Reminds me of my Max Tone. Just the feeling of it, man. All notes ring nice and true, too. Only need one string, man. See you in the laboratory, man. Peace be with you. Or peace be unto thee. Right? Next week, man. Next week, we'll really have some peace with us. And here we are, back in the laboratory. There's no Johns in the laboratory. Anyway, man, So I was looking closely at these strings, man. I see that this is like an old 50s flat wound string looking thing, man. See that? The flat wound. This is not a round one. This looks like an electric flat wound string, man. From the 50s. And this looks like a roto sound string from like the early 60s, man. It looks like an E. You know what I'm saying? So thin gauge. This is like another old string. So, you know what I think happening? I think this guitar was purchased in the early 2000s by an old timer. You know what I'm saying? Lived across from school. Wanted to, you know what I mean? Start playing again. Pop some strings and had these in the archive. You know what I'm saying? These are very old stock, man. So that's my theory, man. And saying that and being who I am, somebody who's always getting guitars in, I think I'm gonna take these strings off. You know, I'm gonna harvest. This is organ harvesting, man. You know what I'm saying? I actually have a couple sets of these flat wound strings I had to go out and buy. You know what I mean? Just for you know, to replace old strings when I got old guitars. I mean, this is good to have. This is a string that always breaks too. Seems to have a long length of it too, man. I'm excited about acquiring that string in this one too. You know what I mean? That's a pathetic moment in the Guitkit episode. So we're gonna take the strings off this fucking thing. Both these Blueburst, you know what I mean, guitars from this 2-week series are disgustingly dirty, man. Horribly, disgustingly dirty, man. Filthy dirty. Filthy fucking dirty. So the first order of business. See this, man? This is some kind of super epoxy. And I remember I was talking last week about this guy who had a website, or it might just be an old guitar website. I think he described himself as amateur luthiers don't ever put any kind of glue or epoxy into the neck joint. It's nothing but problems for future generations of us luthiers. Well, yes and no, man. If you do a good job at it, then do it all you want. This is like a half good job because functionally this motherfucker is sturdy, man. It ain't going anywhere. He saved the guitar's life, man. Because once that thing cracks open, this thing begins to split. You know what I mean? Like this way, and this begins to go this way, and just it becomes harder and harder to get it back correct. And the action will continue to decline on the guitar as that happens, as that occurs, until it reaches a point where the action is just so high and the neck's just so warped that it's just, you know what I mean? This is a big factor that when that happens, man. Just so you know, man. Just so you understand the way a guitar's body works. So I was thinking about this, you know what I mean? I was like, should I paint it? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a lot of area there to be using a furniture marker on. A furniture marker might come off. So I'm gonna take this off slightly, just go outside and just hit it up with some black lacquer. We'll just, you know what I mean, tape off everything on the guitar. I could possibly get, you know what I mean, other than the glue, you know what I mean, just hit it up with some black lacquer. And maybe we'll do some clear lacquer on top of that just to seal the dill. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to just polish this up, man, and not see that ever again. Not one more time in my life. So let's take the strings off this guitar, mask it off. I'll see you outside when we are ready to get painting. You ready to paint? Paint by numbers? Please be with you. Yeah, so we're outside. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day, man. Gorgeous day to be alive, man. We're all masked out, man. We're all masked out. We're ready, man. This is called lacquer, man. This is the black color lacquer. Spray it out, man. This is how we spray. Slightly, man. Just get it in there, man. Do it. Take one for the team. Take one for the team, my people. Put it on pause, man. I want you to see all the action. I want you to see it. So I want you to see it. Alright, it's been a couple of minutes. A little drier. Let's just give it a little bit more color, man. I see a little bit of holiday shining through, man. I want to get it correct, man. Correct cuts, man. We don't cut anything down. Again, man, black lacquer, man. Put it on pause. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Alright, so it's dried about 5 minutes. Now we're to come in. You know, the color of his hat is the color of his tail, man. He's just gonna give it a quick coat, man. A quick blast, not too much, man. Not too much. Spartan. Spartan is the word, man. Spartan is the word, man. Peace be with you. Let it dry out in the sun here for a little while. See down the base. Meant to be a base. Alright, so we're inside now. Just brought it inside. What we're gonna want to do before it gets too comfortable in here. Still nice and warm from being outside. We're gonna want to pull this tape off. You know what I'm saying? We want to pull all this looking tape off. Do that real carefully, man. I'll see you right when we get this off, man. We don't want this to settle. Don't ever settle, man. See you in a minute. There it is, man. Can dance. Ain't pretty, but it, you know what I mean? It masks it. I got the flash on. If I'm that back here, you know what I mean? That pretty much does the trick. Does the trick, man. You know what I mean? And we're trading the trick, man. Look at how filthy this front is, man. What a filthy front. You got yourself a filthy front there, sucker. Let's clean it off with this old standby man home store standby. $1.25 tree. Right? And then when we're done, we'll be more peaceful. And we'll be with you. See you then, scoundrel. Got your all spiffed up there, Sonny. You're all shiny and sheeny now. For sure. That furniture file's getting you all special. The Spider-Man. See that spider in there, man? See that Spider-Man? I just noticed that shit, man. Oh, you can't bit me, man. Get that motherfucker out, man. What happened to the Spider-Man? Uh-oh. The motherfucker's alive. Look at that. He's coming after me. Holy shit, bro. Shit, man. What the fuck's going on, man? That's fucking violence, man. See that, man? War against the spiders, man. Bridgecraft town. Anyway, we got it all cleaned up, man. What an adventure that was, man. What an adventure this is taking, man. So what we're going to want to do, look at this beautiful fretboard, man. There's no wear at all on these frets, man. Like creamy matte perfection. There's no wear on anything, really. You know what I mean? The 0 fret has been acting like a sub nut. It's a little chewed up, but that's to be expected, man. No play wear. I was thinking of just leaving it the way it is, man. But this is such a nice guitar, you know what I mean? It's worth nothing, really. You know, so I was thinking maybe I'll, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like jam out on this fucking and leave it around, man. So I can knock it around a little bit, you know what I mean? Not to put this one away just so quickly. A lot of times I'll restore these guitars and I'll just put them away, man. This one, let's keep it out, man. Let's put some moms on it so it don't get all damaged, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised at the condition of this guitar, really. Considering this thing was probably out in the shed. You know what I mean? For at least 10, 15 years out in the cold and shit, man. Looked like it was out in a shed or a garage or something, right? Do you concur? You know what I'm saying? Do you concur? I seen them picking some trash out in my garbage. I had it in my shed. And then I seen this suspicious looking character. I'm going to post this on Facebook. I don't trust this guy. He's going to come break in my shed. He's trying to steal some of my tools. That's why I put spiders all over him. I'm going to get that son of a bitch, motherfucker. Now, sound like a son of a bitch. Sound like a son of a bitch, that mom's carnauba wax. That's the sole purpose. Hey, man. I did the best I could to keep it off that beautiful, creamy matte fretboard. When you polish up an instrument, that's when you become intimately acquainted with it. You know what I mean? You get to know all the details that you might have overlooked before. Sometimes an additional little imperfection will rear its ugly head, man. Right at the end, man. Not so in this case. Looks like a nice solid 7, man. Beautiful instrument. So, let's put the saddle back in here. Slap this son of a bitch back in there. Sometimes we lose these things. Glad we didn't lose it this time. Let's put some strings on there, man. Here's a set of strings for you, Sonny. These are about 10.5. I got these in bulk off of Amazon. I think I got like 6 sets for like $9, something like that. That was before the inflation station came to roost, man. I smelled something in the air, man. I knew it was time to stock up. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was time. Let's pop these on there and get some glam shots action at you, man. Peace be with you. My stocked up friends, don't get surly. Don't you dare get surly. Son of a dog. There it is, man. It's hard to kind of get a shot of it without getting like an intense glare, you know what I mean? Because it's just that sheeny shining, man. It's that purge of blue, man. It's that eye-catching. Thing really reminds me playing it of my old Max Tone, man. My first guitar. You know, I did a whole episode about that, man. You can check it out, man. Max Tone, man. Maxtone. Got that same feel, man. Fretboard, but it's just great. Even for that 0 fret, man, it's a pretty good player, man. I hate 0 frets, like, completely. And compared to that other, you know what I mean, guitar that's pretty much the exact same instrument, man. Day and the night, night and the day. I'm telling you, man, this is a fucking piece of garbage. Like, the worst piece of garbage. Even Guitkit, the great Guitkit himself, couldn't get it playable. You know what I mean? I couldn't play this thing in any shape or semblance, man, no matter what I tried to do. 4 or 5 different fixed bridges, you know what I mean? All kinds of time, all kinds of, you know what I mean, experiments and things, man. Day and the night, night and day. This thing is really, really bringing me back, man. Bringing me back, man. Giving me the memories, man. You know, when I was picking this thing out the trash, you know what I mean? I just said to you, you know what I mean? I was right in front of my daughter's school, man. I think this is like the last day of school around about. Getting out of school soon, the kids. Summertime is here. But that morning, you know what I mean? I was picking it out of the trash right in front of the school where she goes to. And I was looking all disheveled and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I went to that same school when I was a kid, you know what I mean? And this kid that I went to school with, you know what I mean? His like daughters, I guess, go to that school too. And, you know, some of them are friends, I guess, with my daughter and know each other somehow. You know what I mean? And right as I'm picking through this garbage can after getting this thing, you know what I'm saying? This dude drives by with like a whole carpool of all my daughter's friends on the way to school. Oh my God, I saw your father picking out of the trash today. He looks so horrible. You want $1? You know, get through the night. Get through the week. Through the weekend. Your scumbag father picking right out the trash can. He even stopped and slowed down, like said something to me. Like, hey, what's up, rock and roller? Hey, man, just keep on driving, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll point out the homeless father. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. My daughter never said nothing bad to me. You know what I'm saying? She kept that one to herself if they did comment to her. Guess kids these days aren't into that bullying and shit, man. Yo, if I would have seen one of my friends' fathers picking out a trash can in front of school in the morning, dude, that would have been open season on that person. I'm telling you, man. Society's changed, man. Oh, maybe we should get some kind of like, you know, fundraiser going. A GoFundMe for Guitkit Incorporated. If he's picking out the trash, he's that discrepant. Let's hear this fucking thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy summertime, man. Summer officially, you know, starts. They say now Memorial Day. I always said when I was a kid, it starts the last day of school, man. As soon as that bell rings, man, you're fucking out the door, man. That's when summer starts, bro. That's what this is all about, people. God bless you. God love you. Let's take a listen to it. So some peace will be with us, man. Peace be with you. To every one of us. All's out for summer. So there it is, folks. The Bridgecraft USA Blue, man. Blue starter guitar, Blueburst, man. Still available. Actual model number in the description. Video title. I just don't remember. It's some kind of catalog number. But I've been thumping on this guitar for the past couple hours, man. Just thumping on it. It's brought me back to my youth, man. I feel like I'm 13 again. It feels like I'm playing my Max Tone, man. My first guitar. It was like a very lightweight balsa wood kind of guitar like this. And and a real thick color, sort of like poly finish, you know what I mean? Real light wood poly finish, all the cheap little fixtures, the same kind of tuners and everything, man. I used to put these like light gauge Morton strings on there, which are very similar to this, man. So I feel like I'm 13 again. I'm about as good now as I was then, just a lot faster. I remember listening to that tape that I made when I was 13 with my Max Tone, when I did that Max Tone episode, man. I listened to it, man. It's pretty good, man. I was pretty fast, man. Slow down, Bobby G. Let life pass you by. I had this fake chord book, you know what I mean? I learned all the chords the wrong way, you know what I mean? But I learned all the, you know what I mean, sharps, and the flats, and the major seven. You know? I learned a whole bunch of new songs, and I still to this very day, man, will bust out when I need to bust out a song. So there's one band that I sort of picked up on my own, and nobody sort of, hey man, you should check this band out. And that's The Police. You know what I mean? My neighbor went to college, his mother threw away all the records. I've told that story many times. And there was a Police record in there, and there was a record store down at Belmar. I used to work at this hotel in Belmar on the beach, man. I would walk down the main street at the end of the night with like $40 or whatever, and you could buy like all the LPs were all used, and they're all along the floor on the whole record store. All LPs on the floor. They're all $1, man. They're tapes and CDs, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, the racks. But underneath, all $1. And if you bought 10 LPs, you know what I'm saying, you get 5 for free. So you'd walk out with like, you know, $20 is 30 LPs, man. And Bobby G, man, walking over the bridge, you know what I mean, 13 years old, coming off work, you know what I mean, 30 LPs under his hand, man. But I collected all the Police LPs, man. There's only like 5 of them. And I learned a whole bunch of them songs, man. I made all kinds of mixtapes. I learned like a lot of songs that are like like album tracks and things that, like, you know what I mean, and nobody really listened to or heard of, you know. And I learned them on my guitar, you know. And I went to college. I met my boy Mark Walsh. I always talk about Mark Walsh. Rest in peace, my brother. Man, he was a huge Police fan too. Huge Police fan. He was about as big as I was. He knew all the songs, man. And I remember one time I was like, hey man, check the song out. And he's like, ooh, and I played it for him, man, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, you gotta teach me how to play that song, Bobby. You know, I was like, oh man. I sat down with him. And he couldn't do it, man. There was like a change in it where it's like, we were going through like a reggae thing. And he just couldn't do it, man. I was like, man, we went out for 3 or 3 hours. He's going all frustrated and shit, man. He never could get it. Finally, he like threw his guitar down. He had this little, I think it was a Yamaha guitar. He threw it down. I was like, fuck this, man. And he walked out of there. We never talked about it again. But luckily, nobody heard the song. We never heard it on the radio or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Not like, you know, let's turn that down, man. But, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is the song, man. We were born in the 50s. Born in the 50s. Born in the 50s. Born in the 50s. My mother cried when President Kennedy died. She said it was the communists who had you bad. Will they drop the bombers while we need love on the beach? We were the class that they couldn't teach, 'cause we knew better. We were born in the 50s. Born in the 50s. Hey man, Sting, Andy, Stewart, wash your hands. Come together again, man. I gotta see you one more time before I die. I'll saw you one time. Gotta see the Police again. Mark Walsh, rest in peace, man. Next week, man, Blue Part 2. Be ready. I'll be ready. Will you be ready? Happy summer, man. Peace be with you. See you next week, Blue Part 2. Blue Part 2. Blue Part 2. Peace be with you.